It's time for the ultimate debate in video gaming.
Infamous versus Prototype. PS3 exclusive versus multi-platform.
Let the debate begin. Since Infamous came out first, let's start with that one. After Sucker Punch Productions released Sly 3: Honor Among Thieves in 2005, they decided to move on from this franchise and start a brand new IP. Just looking at this game can tell you that the team's primary inspiration is comic books. Also, Sucker Punch decided to add a karma system to give this game a unique gimmick. You can either become a hero or infamous. Oh, I see what you did there. After all of this, does the game hold up after 17 years? Well, let's pop in the game and find out. You know, Cole McGrath sure knows how to make a mess, because Infamous is shockingly a pretty bad build. Where do I even start? Well, let's start with the fact that this game is buggier than a dumpster. And it's not just, oh look, this texture just appeared, or this object just popped in. No, it is much worse. For example, while I was in The Warden, I clipped out of the map. Twice! What other tricks does McGrath have up his sleeve? Well, he can also clip through things. Even power-ups! Cole, stop being a pussy and fight Kessler. You can't outrun him forever. Hey Zeke, are you squeamish? You can walk over that dead body, it's okay. Oh, now this engineer is squeamish. Pussies. I'm falling! Oh wait, never mind. Hey Cole, can you bring back the dead? No? Well, how did this first Sun's enemy come back to life? Is he a ghost? Bugs aren't the only problem with this game. The frame rate is wildly inconsistent. For the most part, the game tries to run at a stable 30 frames a second. But frame rate drops are common. The most common spot for them is at the end of some sewers. I didn't realize powering up the generator can be so demanding on the engine. Other places that the frame rate can drop include standing in front of smoke, the boss fight with Alden, or even the introduction. I didn't realize Cole had the power to briefly slow down time. But on the other hand, the frame rate will sometimes go above 30 frames, particularly high on rooftops where nothing really is on screen. Game, you can't be 30 frames a second or 60 frames a second. Choose one or the other. One last thing I'd like to mention is this. Take a listen and see if you notice that anything that's missing.
Take a look at this Sapphire City. The footage you're seeing was taken by a security camera near
Hey, Cole! You're up on the big screen!
Our city, our lives. Someone from your family died? Well, now you know who to blame. If you know anything about this guy, let me know. Because we gotta get the word out on this terrorist. Whoever he is, we're gonna make him pay.
Where are the subtitles for the voice of Survival or the newscaster? And it's not like the voice of Survival is just a background character. In the beginning, he actually says some pretty important stuff. And that's about it for Infamous. While I like this game on a gameplay perspective, it is a very bad build. It's a shame that no patch ever released for this game, because they could sure use it. Like, here I am trying to grab this pipe, and I just go right through it. I have to hurt myself just to progress. Say what you will about the quality of the build, but at least the gameplay has a slightly average runtime of 7 hours. Well, Infamous may not be as good as I remember it, but maybe Prototype can rise above it. Developed by Radical Entertainment, the game tries to prove that Radical can do more than make licensed titles. The staff did suffer some hardships during the development of this game, like having to change publishers, delays, and even layoffs. And after this game's release, does it hold up? Well, let's become a superhero and stop this plague. Wait a second.
A plague struck.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't like this game. I had so little fun playing this game the first time that I lowered the difficulty to easy to make it a little bit more bearable when I played it a second time. Because of this, my playthroughs have a 5-hour difference. Still, it does manage to hit the average runtime for a single-player game. Despite my dislike of this game, it does have a much better build quality than Infamous. I didn't experience any game-breaking bugs of any kind. Except when these floating sensors wouldn't get destroyed since I didn't activate the tutorial for them. There's also weird AI issues. You're going to go far, buddy. Keep up the good work. As for the frame rate, the Xbox 360 version is practically flawless. It's mostly near the end of the game that it seems to have problems. Yeesh, and I thought Infamous had severe frame rate problems. But, as always, the PS3 version is slightly worse. Anytime you're in infected vision, the frame rate is predominantly lower. It never drops like this when you're in infrared vision, so how the hell do you explain this? In general, the frame rate is slightly lower when you're exploring the city. Alex is just like Cole. He has the ability to slow down time as well. And finally, the subtitles are missing. Again! In fact, it's worse! Anytime an objective appears, no subtitles show up at all.
Tiger! You suicidal moron!
Also, for some reason, the enemies are given top priority over Alex's more important dialogue.
I need help with this. I need to know what you know.
Since when is Blackwatch special snowflakes? And finally, there is the rare time that the subtitles don't even match what the characters are saying.
Side out. I needed a doctor, okay? A special kind of doctor. I needed Ragland.
Come on, Radical. Even Infamous did this better. But at least I'm done bitching about the game. I hate to admit it, but Prototype is a pretty good build. But honestly, the build quality could actually be a little bit better if the issues I mentioned could be ironed out. While I probably will never play Prototype again, I do have a little bit of respect for this game. To conclude this video, I think Infamous is better gameplay-wise, but Prototype does manage to come out with the better build quality.